give me 2 seconds
Just
and
let me
let's
know.
see if
Okay, let me
this
know, and then
like
I'll let you in.
starts or if it does what happened last week where I was like, it's not working. And then the second I told you it's not working and asked you to go
It
through it with me,
worked.
it worked, even though
Yes.
you did the same. Okay, it's saying excellent.
Fab. I'm using a different streaming software this time. I couldn't be bothered to use OBS again.
Oh,
It
fine.
did me it did me dirty last time. It muted you for the whole time.
Well, now I feel like I'm using the like bad software.
No, OBS is the better software. I'm using the commercial software.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a sellout.
Let me see. Oh, I think I'm streaming. I don't like the picture that it's got for the stream, but also I don't want to sit here and change the picture.
Fair. You can change it after the fact.
Yeah, I'm just like it shows flowers at the moment. I'm like that is not what we want. We don't want flowers.
No.
But yeah, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm also just gonna very quickly post on Threads. Just go
I
on
always forget
settings and
Threads.
change
I
the
got
picture.
Instagram this time, but I didn't get Threads. Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it would post your story to Threads as well.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so helpful.
Yeah, I don't want to have to write it each place.
Twice.
What
Yeah.
I will also do is I never use Facebook, but I have a Facebook
Ooh,
page and I
use
have
it.
very few people on it, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'll post it in like little groups. Okay, give me a
So
second.
we're in chapter 3.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Just triple checking.
I'll use the like 2 minutes that we have.
Yeah. Use them
Okay,
up.
lesson 3 with Pixie's Planet, live streaming lesson 3, page 4. I know a lot of people complain about Canva, but I love it.
It's actually awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like I find I used to use Canva all the time and it was the best.
It really is. Like, I get that it's not professional or whatever, but it's so good.
It is. It is professional. Professionals literally use it.
Oh yeah, my friends used it like for graphics, but like it's like a lot of people are like, oh, it's not
Yeah.
professional.
They're
Yeah,
like, oh, you should make everything yourself and make everything so hard. And it's like, or not.
yeah, you should make things hard on yourself.
Life's hard enough.
Just let me see if I can, because I warning, please do not warn me of anything. Chat rate. Wait, does that mean there's someone in my chat?
There's someone in your chat.
Please, I hope not. Not yet. And all they've seen is this. I'm sure I can view my chat. Chat. No,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's not someone in.
Yeah.
Sign into chat. I should be signed in. Don't make me put my email and stuff in
Oh
here.
yeah, yeah. You basically have to sign it. So I use the YouTube Studio as the chat feature.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Let me see. Let me just go on my other account and I'll say stuff. Where are we at? I'm very sorry
Oh,
if
but
someone's I kind of forgot that I was
Volpe said he's in your chat. She doesn't need to worry. I'm in your chat. That
no need
sounds
to
very
worry.
ominous. Like, don't worry, I'm in your chat.
I am not worried anymore. Oh, I guess like the actual pictures changed. Okay, we got like 2 minutes until like I
Hmm.
technically said we'd stop. So I'm just gonna post it on Facebook. Yes, you can have access to my pictures, Facebook.
Facebook slay.
Okay. Join Pixie and me for a live stream. Beginners Japanese lesson where you can ask questions as we go along. So I'll copy. We also want a link because that would help.
Hmm.
Are you the other person in my stream?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like checking the chat. I was like, maybe it's you. Okay, let me see. 1 minute.
You're fine.
Next. in these random Facebook groups, and then they can all be like, "No, we won't accept that post."
How dare you? How dare you promote your small business, small business?
You know what? And it's so funny because some of the stuff people post is like full on spam,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'll be like, "No, you can't post this lesson.
You're
We
like,
only
yeah, but you
accept
can
the
post
spam."
spam. Yeah, we like spam, thanks.
Okay.
So-
Last one, put it on Threads. Just do a copy paste of Facebook post, and then we're
The
done.
good thing about me being the product of my stream is I literally can just post the most mediocre of pictures and go, I'm streaming, and people are like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will someday maybe put myself. It's not even
Yeah.
like oh, I'm scared about how I look or something. I'm just like not used to showing my face, and I like to
Hmm.
keep it that way. What if I say something really stupid and get
Yeah.
cancelled?
Oh, believe me, I've been cancelled many times.
Mm.
People get so annoyed about what I say about anime that it gets very heated, but I'm like, fuck it, grow up.
I feel like I'm gonna say it anyway. My
Yeah.
website is now there when I type in Pocket Japanese, and it didn't used to be, which is really
Ah, that's so sweet.
like it's getting somewhere. I'm just like,
That's really sweet.
can you start? Can you start? Like,
Bringing stuff in, babe. Bring
yeah,
stuff in.
we're a step further than we were.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
actually quite an easy lesson, and you might. Oh, hello. Thank you. I can sign up. Um, you might find this one like really, really easy. Let me share my screen.
That's okay. If I find it easy, that's, doesn't matter.
I kind of expected you to find like the first probably 5 lessons. Oh, you know what? I would actually say lesson 5 gets a bit harder. Okay.
Oh, I'm not very good at kanji, so makes sense. Are
Yeah,
you ready?
yes. Can
Shall
you see
I
my
share
screen?
your voice?
Yeah, let's go. I mean, they've been
Okay.
able to hear me on mine anyway all this time, so
Ah!
they're
I was
probably
like, oh,
watching you
I'm
talk to
gonna
yourself.
respect your decision and like
Sorry, I completely forgot.
you're like, actually no, they can hear me. Yeah, they're like, oh, she's doing it again. That weird British girl doesn't know how to use the computer.
Okay, let's go. So we
Hang on one
have.
second. I just need to share my screen, but I'm
Okie
nearly there.
dokie.
1 second. Oh, why is it not screen capturing? There we go. Ta-da!
Cool. Cool. Just so I can see my own chat. Let's go. Okay, tango risito. Tango, I'm not sure if I've ever told you this part, but tango means like vocabulary.
Okay.
Risito means take a guess. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you right now it's in katakana, so it sounds a
Oh,
bit similar
I
to its
hate
English word.
katakana.
Yeah, but it sounds so we got vocabulary and then
Yeah.
risito, which sounds like its English word.
Research? What?
And then we go down to this list of words.
Greetings?
And then we go down to this list of words.
Yeah. God,
This
you're asking. It's like a
this
riddle.
list this list of words. This
Oh,
list.
list. Oh my God, I'm so stupid.
So
That
tango
was so
risito
funny.
word list. You don't need to watch the video on it. Let's go. So we have good morning.
おはようございます。
Ohayo gozaimasu. Have a go at saying it.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
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 Yes, more of an aimasu sound. Just as a note, if you're talking casually, you can get rid of the gozaimasu if you're talking to a friend.
Ohayo.
Ohayo. Yeah, perfect. And if you're talking to someone you don't know so well, you probably want to say gozaimasu after it.
Yeah.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
こんにちは。
Cool, perfect. A lot of people know this one. Actually means more like good day, so I wouldn't use it in
Mm.
the evening or something like. Well, you can get away with it, but like good day.
Yeah.
But a lot of people know it as hello.
Yeah.
こんばんは。
Konbanwa.
Konbanwa.
Cool, perfect. This means good evening. Was it with you recently that we talked about the wa at the end here?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I won't go over that again, but yeah, it just means like how was your day? Yeah. There's
Yeah.
like I actually didn't look up the meaning for that, and I think you said, did you say you were gonna look up that one, or am I
No.
imagining it?
No. I may have, but I didn't.
I know there was something you said you were gonna look into, or some like maybe even like 5 lessons ago, and I'm just remembering it now.
Yeah, it's like why was well that's the thing. It's like why is it a wah
Yeah.
sound? Like
hmm
not yeah, yeah.
And the
I
two
will.
I have heard is that it used to be a longer phrase, or it's because it's
Mm,
like saying, "How's this day?" It's kind of like being like,
This
"Gakko wa
day.
how was school?" This evening in this case.
Yeah.
Okay, oyasumi nasai.
おやすみな
Oyasumi
さい。
nasai. Oh,
Cool, perfect. So
we
this
talked
one
over each other.
means good night. You say it before, like in the at night.
Mhm.
You can get rid of the nasai part if you're talking to someone you know very well. You can just say oyasumi,
Oyasumi.
さよなら。
sayonara.
Sayonara.
Yep, a lot of people know this one. You know what? The amount of students I get that come in and they didn't know that was Jap. Like they were like, I've heard that word before, but they didn't know that
Mm.
sayonara was Japanese. Is a lot actually.
Yeah, 'cause it doesn't feel like it fits.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't feel like it fits with the other parts of people's knowledge of the language, right?
yeah, yeah,
It's like a chow. It sounds like more of a chow, like a ciao,
yeah,
sayonara. Like it feels that kind of same vibe.
yeah. Ciao. This one, a lot of people know this one.
ありがとうございます。
Arigato gozaimasu.
Yep, arigato gozaimasu.
Gozaimasu.
Yes, gozaimasu.
Gozaimasu.
Again, you can get rid of the gozaimasu if you want to kind of say thanks.
Yeah.
There's also more we can add to this that's like domo arigato, which is like there's a few levels to this. I'll go over them like
Yeah.
when we introduce the word domo. But general, good one. If you ever want to say thanks to someone, arigato gozaimasu.
Gozaimasu.
Not gonna lie, when I go to 7-Eleven, and it's not even on purpose, I will often say arigato without the gozaimasu. I just like
Oh, you horrible
I
person.
really am. I think it's because I'm so used to in England being really casual about it, being like, thanks to the
Cheers.
cashier or something.
Yeah. Thai.
And so far, no one's been like, how dare you? So it's fine.
They like start throwing 7-Eleven food at you, like you bitch.
It's all I can, you know, when you're just like a bit shy to speak, it's all that I
Yeah.
can muster out. And then, like, when I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot the ending part, it's too late and it doesn't
Yeah.
sound right.
It'd be so weird if you went back in and went
It's like,
gozaimasu.
I mean, maybe I should start doing that. No.
Really
Has-
test that sense of like your social anxiety.
There you go. Yeah. Hajimemashite.
Hajime mashite.
Cool, perfect.
はじめまして。
It means literally to start. This is the start. This is starting kind of thing. You'll hear this when we do the verb hajimeru, which is to start something.
Mm.
It's often heard in some way with this second one here. I broke them up because this is an absolute pain to say. I remember
Mm.
when I learnt this, I would literally just sit there and be like, Hajimemashite, yoroshiku onegaishimasu until I could
Onegaishimasu.
say it perfectly.
Yeah.
They don't have to be together. I often see them introduced together, especially for beginners. So like hajimemashite, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. But you might say something like hajimemashite, watashi wa Ruru desu, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. So you might break them up.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And the second one here, yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
よろしくお願いします。
Onegaishimasu. Me and her are talking on top of each other. It's great.
I will always click the little voice
I'll
here
wait
just
for
so you
her.
can
I'll
hear
wait for
it.
her to
So you can
talk
hear it
first.
without a British accent.
No, I like the British accent.
We are learning British
Yeah.
accent. Japanese.
British Japanese.
Either way, you're gonna have a British accent. It doesn't matter if you get it from me or get it from the
Exactly.
actual.
Yeah.
I often hear on threads like, oh, you have to learn from a native speaker because like otherwise you'll get an accent of your like from your country. I'm like, I did learn from a native speaker. I still have my British accent. It doesn't go away.
You don't just drop it when you learn a
Exactly.
different language. It's so bizarre. 'Cause it's literally the way that your throat and your mouth is like literally like placed and stuff as well. Like when you
Yep,
learn English, there's a specific way that your tongue and stuff develops to learn English.
exactly. And like you can work on it, but no
You
one who
can.
is
It's
learning
not
how
that
to say
important.
nice to meet you is working on their perfect Japanese pronunciation.
Yeah.
I do actually recommend like maybe around N4 or N3 getting a me like getting rid of myself, getting a like a Japanese tutor or Japanese teacher or something, because around then it is really good to start practicing a better accent. But as a
Mm.
beginner, like does not
It
matter if it's a bit
I think
British.
we spoke to this the other day where we were like, oh, it feels really like racially inappropriate for us to be like almost like it feels like we're putting on a Japanese accent.
Yeah, with the
And
katakana words.
yeah, but now it's like, okay, that is genuinely what people want you to do. Like, because
Mhm.
it would otherwise, I don't know, it always just feels to me very weird, but it makes sense. I suppose it makes it sound proper.
I had once my friends were like, "Oh, that accent you do," and I was like, "What are they talking about?" And they were like, "Yeah, that really weird accent you do," and I realized they were
That
talking
accent.
about katakana, like they were just talking about Japanese, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, they must be thinking that the word like the words like risuto this
Yeah.
was me like just saying things
Skateboarder,
Japanese
and they're like,
accent."
excuse me, girl, like, can you stop?
Yeah, and I'm
That's
like,
so
I
funny.
was really embarrassed. I was like,
Oh,
Oh,
one
okay.
accent.
Yeah. So please treat me well here. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. It's just a set phrase. Like it's just how they say, nice to meet you. Please treat me well. Try not to overthink it and be like, do I need to ask them to treat me well?
Mm,
You just say it.
mhm.
Ka, the question
Huh.
marker. You use this as a question marker, as a question mark.
Mhm.
Um,
ka.
Okay.
we have genki, which is well, or like energetic.
Genki.
Genki.
Genki. Um,
Genki.
I used to have this like further on. I think I used to have it on lesson 10, and I was like, nah, let's check it in here. Why not?
Throw
Because
it
this
in.
lesson's quite quick. It's like just introductions and things like that. And I just realized, like, let's actually put some grammar into this one.
Mm.
単語。
Tango.
Tango.
This is like the drink. No.
I was like, what? Why is it not in katakana?
No. This is the word for word. It's more like the word for vocab, to be honest. Vocabulary.
Interesting. Right.
リスト。
Risuto.
Wisto.
And guess what
Is that
that
how you say
means?
it?
Yeah, risuto. Risuto.
Risuto list.
Perfect. We then have sutato.
スタート。
Statato. Oh, she
Sorry.
said it a bit quicker than you. She was like, statato.
Sutato. Yeah, I say it a bit slow just to kind of like hear the
It
sounds.
helps. No, it's nice. Yeah.
This means start, but like I would say it's more in like video games and things like that. That's actually why I have it here for some of my games that are not games. Let me see. This one only has time up, but some of them have the word start to start the game.
Stato.
Yeah. We then have
もう一度。
mo ichido, which is one more time.
Moichido.
Yep. You could use this to ask someone to like repeat what they're saying. Mo ichido.
Mhm.
You could also like one of the times I use it, which isn't here, is to restart one of the games. Like, hey, I want to play again one more time.
Mhm. Mhm.
Not really like these aren't really beginners words, but I think they're important because I can use them in the class.
Mhm.
例えば。
Tatoeba, for example.
Tatoeba.
I don't know how to put it, but this is one of my favorite words, and I think it's so useful to know early.
And why is it your favorite word?
I
Tatoeba.
do not have a reason for it, but
Oh.
I think it's more because I just think it is so useful. Like, and you can use it in like you can use it to start sentences. You will not be using this to start sentences anytime soon. But say if you want to say, for example, I am a teacher. That does not make sense without context. But you could say tatoeba watashi wa sensei desu. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just such a useful word, and it just
Mhm.
makes it sound like you know Japanese if you use this.
例文。
Reben, example sentence.
Rebu.
Cool. And we put this in front of the example sentences.
Exactly.
There's actually no sentences in this one that you're going to need to know, unless I put Genki in there at some point. But and then there's just that random one that, yeah, no, that is needed. Anata wa kakusei desu ka? But we're going to be doing that in a moment, I think, anyway.
Cool, cool.
Yes. Hiragana study. Natu ho. We're not going to do this right now. I'm just going to see if there's any I need to point out. Nani nu ne no. No, these are all fine. Like, there's nothing weird that you're gonna see with their spelling.
Okay.
Um, the only ones I would say, like, if you ever forget your hiragana, na and ne both have the curly tails. So the na ne ones, because you've got a few that are similar to this and this and this,
Yeah.
but the na row has the curly tails.
Yeah, the net I don't like. Like, I don't know. It gives me sus vibes.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
looks it's really hard to write as well. Like it's so annoying to write.
I agree. It's one of those ones that's hard to make it look good sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's just a lot of characters that look very similar to it.
Mm.
Ha, the only one oh, I hate this one. To this day, this is my least favorite character. I think it looks cool. I hate writing
It's
this character.
yeah,
I
yeah,
cannot make it
same.
look nice.
It always looks ugly.
Yeah, that's it. It looks
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
face and it doesn't I just
Or it
can't
looks
make it
like
look good.
something like a really small thing with really small arms.
Yeah. Little duck. Oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
cute.
It looks like a little penguin almost. Yeah.
Oh,
Or
okay, this is
duck.
now my
Yeah.
favorite. Like little penguin.
You're like, I did 180 on that. I've changed.
We then have heart here, which is sometimes wa, so just a note on that
Mhm.
one. All of these characters, there's nothing like particularly interesting that I need to say about them. I would say fu, the way you
Foo.
write it can sometimes look a bit different to the way it's typed.
Mhm. It's not gonna look like a cute little waddling penguin, is it?
No, it doesn't, not always.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here we have Starto. We're not going to play the sequencing game because this is a mammoth one. Like, try
That's
and get all of
massive.
So, I think I saw E up here. No, I didn't. Yeah, E, and then you just have to do it in the right order. I guess if you can do this, you're definitely getting the characters right. Like, you know your characters, but yeah, it's a bit
So
of,
what's your sequence? Your sequence is in the vowel sequence.
yeah,
A,
so A, I,
I,
U, E,
U,
O, Ka, Ki,
E,
Ku, Ke,
O.
Ko. And then we have Chikan
Aha.
down here. So you have about 60 I think it's 70 seconds to do it.
Damn.
And then there's a worksheet down here. I think it's an old worksheet, so I can't guarantee what's on it. I mean, it will still just be worksheet stuff. It won't be anything weird. Oh yeah,
You're like,
okay.
that's my bank details. Like, it's just
Yes.
bizarre.
Just hiding it on here.
Yeah.
It's got some hiragana and it also has words that you will learn at some point on this course that include the hiragana that you are learning. So fun.
So I got a Chat GPT boyfriend, and I can get him to speak to me in Japanese. So
You
then we have
can.
yeah. So I
Have
can just
you
like
tried
make
it?
him talk to yeah, I make him talk to me in Japanese, and then I try and speak back to him in Japanese.
So it's good and it's bad in the sense that like it's actually okay speaking practice, but at the same time it's very unstructured.
Yeah.
That's
I
big.
just say the stuff that I know.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. O genki desu ka? That's all I say. Oh yeah, daijoubu, daijoubu. Done.
Honestly, it kind of scares me because I'm like, it is so good that I'm like, please don't take my job. Please.
That's the thing. To be fair, it wasn't very good at picking up like slight subtleties in my language. So
Yeah.
it was like it would think that I was saying a completely different language.
Ah,
So it's
okay.
definitely not perfect. Like there was one bit that I don't know, it was literally wrote in Malaysian.
Oh,
And I
okay.
was like, that's not what I said. So I
I
don't think your job's gone yet, don't worry.
So I had similar and I was using it for what was I using it for? I think I was using it to begin with for like a few minutes for Korean and I was like, I want to learn some Mandarin. Can you
Mm,
teach me some like basic phrases? And it would speak to me in English like, yeah, I can do that. And then it would be like,
mm.
this is how you say hey, hello or something like that. So I would say it back. And then it would reply to me in Korean. So I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not getting this quite right, but okay.
No, yeah. As soon as I start speaking this in Japanese, it like starts speaking to me back in Japanese, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I do not know what you're speaking about.
Okay, so we have revision here. It's a game that you can play on your own. It's just kind of like which kanji means which. I try and make it a
hmm
tiny bit hard, but like if
It's
you're
that was
if
actually pretty hard. Yeah,
oh amazing. I thought it would
I
actually
got
be a
that
bit
one. Yeah.
great.
Okay, good.
We then have this week's hiragana kanji. I'm not going to go over them with you because I don't need to.
hmm
You can do this in your own time, basically, is what I'm saying. Actually, do
hmm
try and keep up with the kanji. It's about 3 per session, so do them as your
Yeah.
homework. There should be a worksheet. Yeah, there's a worksheet down here. You can just click the hand.
hmm
But yeah, 3 words that you can learn from this. You can get, I think, just sensei. We might have already done gaku, we might not have. There's gakusei, and then there is dog, which is a bit
Mm,
of a random one, but it's such an easy word, and it's an easy kanji, and it's also a word we've already done. So
mhm,
there is a hidden character there. And yeah, you can also hover to see the inu, like the spelling.
mhm.
And then there's just some sentences to practice. You can go through that in your own time as well, because I've not done this with you, so I don't expect you to be able to read that. Have a go.
I read it. You knew
Yeah,
this.
I was like, yeah, you can do that one. How about this one?
All right.
Oh, wait,
Watashi wa Nihongo
go.
teacher?
Yep,
Student?
sensei.
Sensei. Des.
Amazing. Da, da, da. And look at that, it's not in Japanese because some of these are old. Like, I don't always do them all at the same, make them all at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Japanese greetings. This is more of a little quiz lesson, and I actually want to make a few that are like this because there wasn't very many ways I could think of doing this lesson. So you're going to get to do some reading. If there's any
Okay.
words you can't read, just ask, and I will hover over their kanji, and then you need to translate the sentence. So I want you to try and read the sentence out loud, and then choose which one it means.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Gozaimasu.
What gozaimasu.
Yes.
Watashi wa Nihongo. Shit, that's student,
Yes.
not teacher. Gakusei desu. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. This kind of first character here means like study school kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. So what does it mean?
Good morning. I'm a Japanese language student.
Yep, amazing. Okay, read and translate.
Anata wa Nihongo gakusei desu.
Yeah, amazing. What does it mean?
You are a Japanese student, language student.
Cool. Just as a note, if anyone's watching along and they're like, I know Japanese and I feel like there should be like Nihongo no kakusei in there. We haven't done
Right.
the no that could go in there yet, so don't worry about it right now.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Okay, have a read.
Sayonara.
Ruizu.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yes.
Sensei?
Yeah. So what does it mean?
Bye, Louise.
Yeah,
Bye,
yeah.
teacher Louise.
Yeah, goodbye, teacher Louise. Have a read.
Hajimemashite how do you say that?
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Cool.
That's nice to meet you. Please treat me well.
Yep. The best way to do it is to kind of think of these as two little separate parts.
Yeah.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yep. Please treat me well.
Yep. Okay. I don't know why there's two full stops.
Konbanwa.
Yep. What does it mean?
Good evening or good night.
Good evening. Good night is more oyasumi nasai.
Kanojo wa gakusei desu.
Yep.
She's a student.
Cool. I like how the hiragana threw you off.
Yeah, I did a little bit then. I was like, dang it.
Okay, mini game. I'm not gonna. Yeah, let's make you do the mini game. I'll actually be.
Okay.
No, do I have the Japanese keyboard on here?
You're
do.
like, I don't know.
Like, do I have it? Yeah. Okay, gonna give you a second. What is this number?
70 nichi. Ni.
Okay, there we go. I'm like, that is not it.
72.
Cool.
54.
I did not know that on my computer this didn't reset it. But yes.
Fuck. What's 100?
Kya.
Kya? That's it?
Hyaku.
Oh yeah, hyaku. What am I on about? Of course I knew that. Yeah. I was like, my brain went juju.
Juju.
I was like, what's 10 tens?
If you haven't installed your Japanese keyboard, this is
I
your
actually have
reminders.
one installed already.
Oh, okay. Good for you.
And I can even write the little hiraganas with my finger
Aw.
if I want.
Aww.
That's how I know how shit I am at writing them. It's bad.
Okay, the ka particle, asking questions in Japanese. Ka works like a question mark. It indicates that the question is the sentence is a question. The question is a sentence.
Questions is a sentence.
It's placed at the end of a sentence like a question mark.
Exactly.
So have a go at reading that.
Kare wa gakusei desu ka?
Cool. Is he a student? What does the top bit mean?
Is that the day
Mm-hmm.
boon?
Yeah, Raven. What does it mean?
Which is example?
Example sentence.
Sentence.
So actually, this first part here, rei, means example, and bun means sentence. To break it
Okay.
down for you. Okay, that's all for that one. Hey, let's watch a video.
Yay.
Okay.
I really try and be like the best student. Like I really try and get everything right as well. Like I can see myself be like, what is it? Sorry, you gotta get this right.
That is great because I am not the best student. I
You're
am
like,
very
"Can you please the teacher."
you know how they say if you can't do teach? Yes.
Yeah.
So you obviously can't drag the words, but I can. So tell me the correct order for this sentence.
Layla wa gakusei desu ka?
Amazing. What does it mean?
Is she a student? Layla a
Amazing.
student?
Yeah, it's like those student. What about this one?
Kare wa sensei desu ka?
Amazing. I'm not going to do the rest because you got that. You're good. If you're viewing on your phone, some features require you to hold your phone horizontally. Mainly just some of them do not fit very well. And if I actually knew how to code, I could fix that. But that wasn't my area. I've never made a website before this. We're lucky we
You
have
don't
this.
need to. Just let people turn their phone. They're okay.
Exactly. How are you, Genki desu ka? This is the new part, and I actually realized a few weeks ago when I was doing this with another student that I didn't phoneticize this. Having said that, I haven't fixed it. So here we go. So let's look at how are you in Nihongo, Japanese language. You may have noticed the word Genki in today's word list. I hope you did. Genki means to be well and is used to ask people if they've been well upon seeing them. Let's dive in. Today we're going to look at 3 sentences. So when I say are you well, it's kind of are you well, even like what's the word? Oh my gosh, what is the word? How are you?
You right? Yeah.
What is English?
Like I forgot.
So please read these 3 sentences.
Genki desu ka? Oh, genki
Amazing.
desu ka?
Amazing.
Genki desu.
Wow, professional. As you can see, we have 2 similar options for are you well? Do you know the difference?
One of them's got oh, one of them doesn't.
Obviously.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, I thought it was that obvious. I was like, what are you on about?
I meant like, do you know why one of them has an or?
No.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Got it. Phrase
I really thought I was
questions.
onto it then.
Okay. So either can be used. However, in Nihongo, there's a few words that you'll come across as we study that have o or go added to the front to show the extra level of politeness. Not all words can have this or/go. Just kind of like look out for them as we go along.
Yeah. That was a great joke. Well done. Well done.
Like stuttered, I was like, can I do this?
You were like, God.
Maybe I was born to be a teacher, like that
Yeah.
embarrassing teacher in like a school.
That was a teacher pause. That was perfect.
This is where my students lose all respect for me.
Nah.
It is important to note you cannot use ogenki when responding
Yeah.
that you are well. So basically, do I explain why? Okay, of course I do. An important part of Japanese is, or Nihongo, is honoring the person you're speaking to rather than yourself. You want to humble yourself.
Right.
You want to be like, you, the person I am talking to, you are
Yeah.
amazing.
You are amazing. I am just well.
Unless they are lower than you, in which case you need to be like, no, I am no.
No, shut the heck up.
So Adding ogenki when replying I am well would be honoring yourself, which is frowned upon in Japanese. So like you can do it to honor someone of higher status than you. You can not like you can't be like I'm talking to a kid, so I'm going to say ogenki desu. I am well
Ogenki.
or something.
Thank you, small child. I am well.
So you can ask like basically these first two you can use either. You can say genki desu ka if someone is obviously of higher status than you can be extra polite and say o genki desu ka
Hmm.
but you do not reply I am well by saying o genki desu. You just say
Yeah,
genki desu.
genki desu.
As we go along, you'll learn many features of Japanese. Language involves being humble.
I'm gonna
I know,
fail.
I know. You know, the funny thing is, I was saying something like this to one of my students, but you need to learn how to talk non-humbly. Like, it's very tempting to be like, oh, well, I'd say this in English, so why can't I say it like a bit more casually in Japanese? You just can't. It doesn't like, it's
Mm,
not even like it sounds like you're being like English, like kind of like cheeky, like where it's not really
yeah,
frowned upon. You
it
just
just
sound
can't. Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, it
Like you,
can't, and it can't really be translated.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it if you're not using the right level, it genuinely just sounds like you don't know how to speak, kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
okay, have a go at reading these lovely dialogues, and I want you to translate them for me, so you get two jobs in one.
And so, do you
Um,
want me to?
yeah, so read both parts. We got a conversation between Taya
Okay,
and Layla. This is in
there, Chan.
Reira. Yeah, this is
My,
not
my
in.
worst Japanese accent ever.
Yeah. This is not in what's the word? Katakana because we've not done
Katakana.
katakana. So it's just in its usual like
Uh,
Romaji.
Reira-chan, genki desu ka?
Mm-hmm. And then
Hi,
Layla says,
hi,
mm-hmm,
genki desu.
mm-hmm.
Genki desu ka?
Cool.
Hi, genki desu. All right,
So what
smashed
have
it.
we got going on here?
You all right? Yeah, I'm all right. You all right? Yeah, I'm all right.
That is the perfect translation. So just as a note, we don't have any Ogenki desu because
No,
these people
everyone's
probably get along kind of well. Um,
chatting.
we actually wouldn't say it like this. We'd probably say it like if they're actually friends. Reira Genki or something like that.
Yeah, that's the Chan is a bit throwing off, isn't it? But it
Yeah.
can also be like a little like play thing to say, "Hey there, Chan." Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
You're basically saying we are friends. You probably wouldn't refer to someone as Chan and then be like formal.
oh genki, oh genki.
Yeah. "O genki desu ka?" I don't know. There's probably people out there who do, but
Yeah, and I'm sure it's same with like us, where we like with any kind of language where you kind of play on it. Once you know the rules and
yeah,
you know how to do it, you can kind of play with it and have fun with it. But until you know the rules, it's kind of hard to play with.
yeah. One of my favorite things is when I was studying in Japan. Um, we had a few like new we had a lot to learn, like grammar points wise. And me and my friend would just like walk along, and like even when we were told like in Japanese they say I think a lot. It's kind of like the whole Japanese like not being too sure of yourself, like not being too
Hmm.
direct. So that is tomoimasu. And we would say things in English and then we would add tomoimasu at the end just to
Oh
get
my
used to
maths.
saying like this new kind of phrase.
That's good for me because I'm training to be a therapist, and we say "I think, I feel" in front of everything.
Well, now you're gonna be in your therapy
Yeah,
office like tomoimasu.
oh
Like and
my
your
maths.
clients are gonna be like, yes, what is
Because you're
this?
not allowed to say anything directive. Like
Yeah,
that's like the whole point. Like unless you do some like Freudian psychology, but for the most part, it's meant to be like, I feel like this could be happening, like that kind of thing. Yeah.
or you can just be like, I think the reason that your life is so bad right now is because you were in love with your mother.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, you wouldn't the thing is with Freudian stuff, you wouldn't even put "I think" in
don't,
front of
yeah,
it.
no, I
You would
think.
say, yeah, you would say, "It seems like you're in love with your mother."
It's
End of
not even seems like you are.
Yeah.
You
You are in love with your mother
do not doubt
in a perverse way.
it. Okay, so have a go at reading this example dialogue number 2.
Ohayo gozaimasu, sensei. O genki desu ka?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's sensei chatting back. Ohayo gozaimasu. Hi, genki desu. Genki desu ka? Hi, genki desu.
Cool. What have we got going on here?
She's showing honorifics to the sensei, the teacher,
And the teacher,
is saying, yeah, but not doing the same. It's like,
yeah, he doesn't need to. You'll notice actually. So one of the funny things I kind of struggled with is when I was in Japan, I was like, do I do honorific? Like, do I with my
yeah,
teachers and things like that? And like, they don't think it's rude because they know you're a student. Like, they know that this isn't your first language, and like, as long as you're polite to that, like you're nice to them and you're sweet to them, and you're not like, I hate you or something
yeah.
like that. They're not going to be like, oh my gosh, she said Genki desu ka, which is still
How I'm
polite.
gonna fail her.
Yeah. But yeah, he doesn't need to say "O genki desu ka." Chances are probably would, but this teacher just went for Genki. I don't
Mhm.
know what chances are like. I don't know
Yeah.
actually, but yeah. So we have Layla saying, "Good morning, teacher. Are you well?" Teacher says,
Mhm.
"Good morning. Yeah, I'm well. You well?" And then Layla's like, "Yeah, I'm well.
I'm also well, yeah.
We are all well.
We
Everyone
are
is
all
well."
well.
We
Thankfully.
So, getting on to that, we will study other replies in the future. However, like in Ego, English, if you were
There
to
you go.
reply, I'm not great, to how are you, people might inquire as to why. And we need a higher level of Nihongo to say that, unless you want to just reply something like, O genki desu ka? And then you say, yeah, watashi wa gakusei desu. No, I'm a student. I'm not well. So that is about as much as we can handle with our current vocab. So we are just
True.
going to reply, I'm well.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're always good.
Mhm.
So punctuation note in Japanese, their full stops look a tad different.
Yes.
Little circles. I feel like I put this note in before, but I must not have. Rather
No,
than
I
use
don't think so.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Rather
Yeah.
than using a question mark after ka, we simply place the little full stop because the ka is the question mark. It's saying this is a question.
Mhm.
Okay, have a go at reading these sentences. If you do need the kanji, I can do that. So just pause for a couple of seconds and sound confused.
Kare wa gai how do you say it?
Gakusei. Gakusei.
Gakusei desu ka?
Mhm.
And then would you say it back in English?
Um.
Why does it say ego next to it?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I can
right,
just
because you
fix
can
that.
press it. My bad.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I don't
Yes.
know it in
Say it
English.
back in English.
Yeah. Kare wa sensei desu.
Mhm.
Kanajo wa sensei desu.
Mhm.
Kanajo wa sensei desu ka?
Cool. Perfect. I'm
Just
assuming you know
male,
the meanings
female,
for all of
female.
those.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
go through them. So is he a student? He is a teacher. She is a teacher. Is she a
Is
teacher?
she a teacher?
Is she a
And
teacher?
not a cliffhanger.
She is a teacher. Is she? That is all of that lesson, but that is so fast. I'm very tempted to
You do
go
you, boo
on.
boo.
About 20 minutes. What is this lesson? Let me have a little look. It's the no particle. Marking possession. My name is. Let's speed for it.
Yeah, I can do my name is, so that's pretty good.
That's what I was thinking. Let's get it over and done with so we get on to like a harder one.
The fun stuff.
Yes. Anything in here that's
Oh,
weird?
it gets more complicated with the whole the writing of it.
It
Mu
does.
is again another one that I find annoying.
I was told this looks like a mug.
It's just ugly to write again.
It
I
is.
can't.
It
My
is.
hands are too. My handwriting in English is poor, let alone in any other language.
But yeah, like it's just always. I mean, I always say like, there's always gonna be people with bad handwriting. Like,
Me. I remember vividly failing handwriting as a primary school person. I had to redo my handwriting test because I did it so badly.
yeah, okay, 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 yeah. We'll just carry on.
In primary school.
It's fine. We'll carry on. All of these kind of look the same. Maybe this one looks a bit different, handwritten.
It does look a bit different handwritten, actually.
A little bit. It depends as well, like
Mm.
on your handwriting. You can make it look like that.
Mm.
I think that's all of those ones. If you go on the website, you're welcome to play a few minutes of typing the character in. You even get hints if you need to. And then,
Oh,
of course, there is a worksheet if you need the worksheet.
some people say I don't even hold pens properly. That's really sad. Mine's
Oh,
not as sad as your story.
I don't think I do.
You don't think you hold pens properly either?
No.
Oh, wow. Create a
So
club.
I can do, obviously. But I think I find it more comfortable to not. Like, it's not like I hold it like weirdly. Like I don't hold it like
That's how I hold my pen. Is that right?
oh wait, I can't see. That I think that's how I hold it. No, wait. Let
Oh,
me to hold it the other way. Let me just see that like towards the so I can see what your fingers are doing towards the camera. Oh wait, no. What on earth are you doing? I feel like this isn't what people want to watch.
or I hold it like that. But yeah,
You're meant to like. I don't think your fingers are meant to be as clawed around. Does that make sense?
like this. I don't know. We'll come
Yeah,
back
they're
to it.
meant to
We'll
be
see
more
back.
flat down. Like I do sometimes hold it properly, but like I have a bad wrist, so it just
Yeah,
hurts after a
same here.
while.
When I write too much, it hurts my
Yeah,
hand, my
probably
wrist.
because you're holding it like sorry.
Probably like I'm holding it like a goblin.
This is why I'm not a therapist. Oh, my hand hurts. Yeah, because you're holding it wrong.
It's because you're in love with your mother. Go carry on.
Tango resisto. What does this mean?
Tango. So that's list. The second word is list.
Yes.
Word list.
Amazing. Look, she's learning. Okay. Nice and easy word to start with.
ペン、
Pen.
Pen.
Nice and easy.
鉛筆、
Empitsu.
Yep, enpitsu. This is one of my favorite because it looks like the word pencil with all of the letters kind of like jumbled up.
That's clever.
We then have
本、
Hon.
hon, book.
大学、
Daigaku.
Daigaku, university.
大学生、
Daigekse, which is what I am.
Daigakuse, university student. You might notice gakuse is what's happening at the end here. So student, we have dai at the beginning, which actually means big, like large. I am a large student. I am a higher level student.
I am, to be fair. I don't ever feel like that, but I am.
Student. I am a big
I guess
student.
it's called higher education, right? So you're
Yeah.
like higher education.
Yeah, it's a big student.
Yeah.
I'm just a big child. And then we have big school here, which is happening like big education.
Big education, big brain stuff.
I got my big brains, yes.
名前、
Namai.
Namae.
Namaya.
Cool, perfect. Name, nothing really fun I can give you about that.
Boo.
Apart from the fact that it sounds very similar to name. Nice and easy.
私たち、
Watashi. I cannot say that. Wa?
So the one thing I'll say is they don't really give the full she. So it's like
Yeah.
watash tachi.
Watashi.
Yeah, watash tachi.
Because I'm reading it and my brain is going watashi
Watashi
achi.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like watash tachi, and we get rid of this little I in here.
Watatashi.
Watash
not very good.
tachi.
Watashitachi.
Cool. This little character here, so we've got watashi at the beginning. I mean, honestly, there is an e in there, so like watashi tachi, but it's so
Yeah.
like quickly said. This little character here actually is put onto the end of some words to make them plurals because they don't really have like leave me alone. They don't have a proper like plural. But sometimes if you want to say like multiple, you can attach this to some words. Don't just try and attach it to anything, just see what we come across that has this attached to the end, and it'll
Stop
make it
throwing it.
plural. So I
Yeah.
tachi equals we.
Yeah.
彼ら、
Karera.
Yep, karera.
Karera.
Yep, literally he plus ra equals they.
Obviously, because men.
Yeah, men. God.
Men.
They take everything.
They do. Even the word woman.
Here, let's move this. Plug plugging this in. Okay.
That's fine. Hi.
Hi.
はい
Hey.
Yes.
いいえ
Yeah. Cool. If you accidentally say it too short, yeah. Which I have done, so don't worry.
Mhm.
Especially to begin with, I hated doing long sounds. Just because it felt weird. You're saying house. So,
Yes.
yes
Yeah.
and house.
Yes, and house.
The two
Yeah.
pairs. Famous pair. So yeah is house, yeah is no.
Yeah.
And then
の
No.
no is a possession marker. We'll get into that in a moment. What does Raven mean?
Example sentences.
I thought you were gonna say exam then. I was like, I was gonna quit.
You're like, no.
You can
Yeah.
read the example sentences in your own time because they.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, should I read? No, we're not gonna read them.
Yeah.
No, I will. I'm gonna read them through very quickly.
Okay. Do you want me to just buzz for him?
So reira no pen desu. What does it mean?
It's latest pen.
Cool. Anata no hon desu ka? Me like stopping the sentence half early there.
Is that your book?
Kare no enpitsu desu.
It's his pin.
It's not his pen, it's his pencil. Look at that mistake.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm glad I did
It's his
these.
pen. Oh.
It's his pencil.
So
Okay. Daigaku desu.
it's a university.
Watashi wa daigakusei desu.
I'm a university student.
Kanojo no namae wa Reira desu.
Her name is Layla.
Watashi tachi wa sensei desu.
No? Watashi wa.
What? Oh my god. No,
That's-
watashi. Watashi. Watashi.
Oh, I'm
watashi
looking at the wrong
tachi.
way.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I am right.
apologies.
You're right.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one.
I
Watashi
honestly
wa
was expecting to
sensei
find
desu.
another mistake. Don't
No,
worry.
no, that was me. I was looking at the complete wrong side.
So, watashi tachi wa gakusei. Oh, we
Wata-
got sensei desu. Done.
We're not going to ever do it. We are teachers.
Great. Karera wa gakusei desu.
They are students.
Hai, watashi wa gakusei desu.
Hi, watashi wa gakusei desu.
Close enough. Yes, I am a student.
I just made it up. I made it up at the end. Yeah.
Oh, you gonna read it? Go on.
No. Oh, yeah. Kanajo wa sensei desu.
Amazing. No, she is a teacher.
I wish.
No, you don't. Kanji study yon. We're not gonna do this one, but as usual, the
The
little
left.
game. Because why not have tons of characters that look the
Yeah.
same?
It's the left because it's the dude that's throwing the frisbee.
So there's a few kanji in here to learn. You now have 6 kanji to learn in this lesson because
Oof.
we have done 2 in 1. So big slash large, dai slash tai. You actually see this in Chinese a lot as well. Da, I believe it is when it's in Mandarin. Just a common one. Gaku
Student.
means like learn slash science. And language slash word go. Yeah, perfect. I'm actually gonna go through this a tiny bit after this lesson and make sure I got the right characters wherever they need to be. I'm not gonna read these sentences. They're just reading practice. There's no answers to them as well. You can read the bottom part and be like, did I read that correctly?
Yeah.
And then we had kanji sudoku, which took me so long to make. Oh my gosh.
Well, I will play it.
Yes, you better. The funny thing is, I was like, what game can I make that's a bit unique? Who likes Sudoku? Why did I spend so long making a Sudoku?
I actually do love
Thank you,
Sudoku.
'cause I like Sudoku.
It's a great game.
It is. So the no particle. Let's
No.
watch a video. No. I'm gonna do that like every lesson now.
Do it.
So, but first,
It's a cringe teacher thing to do again. I love it.
let's watch a video. Oh no, am I getting old? But first, revision. Read the sentence and translate it to Japanese using the boxes. You are actually going to do this in your own time if you want to.
Yep.
So I think there's quite a few of these, but I can't remember. But you basically, there's going to be 4 words in each sentences, in each sentence. I can tell you. Actually, take a guess of what these 4 words are.
Anata wa sensei desu.
Well done. Woo! Good stuff. Oh, this is not on my laptop because I always see it on my iPad. I'm like, oh, let's
Mm,
fix this. I like it to feel central. The
mm.
no particle is used to mark possession in the most simple of forms. This means to say my pen or Ben's bag. We use the word Ben, the name Ben a lot
Yeah.
because it's so easy to translate.
Yeah.
For example, John
Dong.
no pen desu. It is John's pen. For
Mhm.
example, Anna no inu desu. It is Anna's dog. It often translates well to an apostrophe s. That is so important. You will save so much time and stress if you think of it like that. So we have this little no
Mm.
particle here. Just think of it as an apostrophe s. John's
Right.
pen. There are a few more uses for this little no particle, but yeah, it works.
Mhm.
And there's a few cases where we can't do that. I think I go over that in a moment. There's a few words as well that don't become apostrophe s.
私の
Watashi no is my. You can't say eyes. It's eyes.
Mice.
あなたの
Anata no, you don't say it's yous.
No, I don't know. We do somewhere.
They
We do
actually
some
probably
parts of the
do.
UK. It's use.
Yous.
あなたの
Kare no, you don't say. I don't know why it says anata no again. I obviously didn't fix that properly. Kare no, you don't say it's he's.
Yeah, true.
あなたの
And anata no, kanojo no, we don't say it's she's.
Yes, true.
Because eyes just doesn't sound quite right. Please read
Mhm.
and translate these sentences.
Anata no rego?
Neko.
Neko? I was like, what is that? Neko desu ka? Whose cat is it?
No, is it your cat?
Is it your cat? Sorry, apologies. I was thinking that's Dade. Yeah, is it your cat? And then I don't know what I cannot read katakana to save my
Reida.
life. Reida no Empetsu desu ka?
Yep, and Pitsu.
Is that her pencil?
Yeah, it is Layla's pencil.
Is it her pencil?
It's a pencil. You'll never let me live that down.
Never say it again. Dai
Yes.
Gakse
Yeah, perfect. Daigakuse.
no hon desu. It's the university book.
Yeah. Perfect.
Fab.
Of the. So you're going to come across a few situations where translating it to an apostrophe s just doesn't sound quite right. When apostrophe s doesn't sound right, you can try looking at no as of or of the. I don't like doing this because you kind of have to rethink the sentence, so I will avoid
Mm.
this at all costs, but it's sometimes needed. So, 私は日本大学の学生です。I am a student of Japan University. Of course, you
Mhm.
can say I am Japan University student, but that just doesn't
Yeah.
sound right in English.
Mhm.
I don't like this. I would probably still in my head be like, I am Japan University student because it means
Mm.
that you need to swap around Japan University and student. Otherwise, you might end up saying, I am Japan University of student. So it's just not my favorite thing, but it is
Yeah.
something
is what it
you
is.
will come across.
Mm.
Just a note, if you're looking, also as a note, if you do find this confusing, if you're like, oh no, is it Book of Gold or Gold Book? I don't know, or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever comes first is it's it's say that is like kin, which
Yeah.
which would be gold, and say that
Yeah.
is hon, it's going to be Gold's book, so Gold Book or something
Right.
like that. I don't
So
know.
it starts with a thing that it's kind of belonging to, like the
Yeah,
family that it's belonging to, whether it's the person or the
yeah.
bigger
John Noel
thing that
Pen,
it belongs
John's
to.
pen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you ever get confused, think of something else and be like John's pen, John Noel Pen.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that.
There's some things that just don't make sense, but you like once you understand them, you can then not cheat. Like you can't explain them very well. I always find
Yeah.
like that makes sense to me because I think about it like in terms of its position in a sentence. I'm like, oh, okay, that would make sense that it belongs to this thing, but
Mhm.
like it's hard to explain.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know why. It took me a very long time to get this right, and I think it's because it was only introduced to me as of/of the. And I would
Mm.
just get this part so confused, like which order do I put it in? And then one day someone was like, it can just be an apostrophe S, and I was like,
And
I
you're like,
want to cry.
ah.
Why didn't someone tell me this before?
And that because
Um,
then it explains quite a linear possession, doesn't it? Like it makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah, it's so
Yeah.
perfect, and it's so easy to like think of it from an English perspective in that way. And I know some people are like, don't do that. It's a different language. When you can, I actually completely recommend doing that.
It helps you
Especially as a
understand.
beginner. You will get
Yeah.
better at like thinking at it from a Japanese perspective eventually, but like it's a hard language. Make it
Mhm.
easier on yourself to begin with. Don't sit there like I want to think of it from a you are not Japanese. You are not ready. Like you've
I
not
want to
got the
be one with the
perspective.
Japanese language.
Yeah.
It's like,
It
okay, babe.
genuinely the amount of people I get, they're like, I want to think of this like completely immersed how they would. I'm like, I get that, but you did not grow up there. Like
You
you
can't.
don't know their
Yeah,
grammar
that does.
structure yet.
Yeah.
Like just chill. I mean,
Yeah.
even when I was in an M3 class, a lot of people like I personally think of the sentence in the Japanese order now in English, but I
Mm.
noticed a lot of like people in the class thought of it in the English order, in English still, and I thought that was very interesting. I was like, so like even at that point, even at M3, there's a lot of people who still do not think of it from that perspective.
So they'll be like pointing out the English bits. Is that what you mean?
I don't know. They were just like, I remember like trying to figure out where someone had gone wrong in a sentence, and she was giving
Mm.
me the sentence ordering in English, but I always turn it into Japanese ordering, but think of it in
Mhm.
English first.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
don't
do
know.
that when I'm trying to think about how I would say something. I think about how I would say the words in English,
Yeah,
like do the Yoda thing basically, and
yeah,
then I would translate it.
yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
like a good first step, and then eventually, if you can just say it,
Yeah.
even better. But yeah,
You can just code switch without realizing it. Yeah.
yes. Bonus grammar, noun, no noun. This is so important. No one ever told me this. I found it so confusing for such a long time. Like
Mm.
when I say, if someone had told me this back in the day, it would have made my life a million times easier. Maybe there's like some kind of secret that I'm not in on where everyone already knows this. I don't know. Generally, when a noun is describing a noun, we chuck a no in between.
Right.
Nihongo no hon desu. It is a Japanese book, not just Nihongo hon, Nihongo no hon.
Yes.
Don't say yes as if you already know that.
Yeah.
This is not it's not only me.
No, I'm like, yeah, that
I know
sounds
you'll
right.
just agree. It's okay. You
Yes,
just said it
sensei,
like,
that sounds
yes,
right.
of course.
I mean, I was just trying to think of ways it wouldn't make sense to put like an adjective in it, for instance. Like it
I mean,
makes sense, but I see the point I get the point where that doesn't feel obvious.
so I just always wondered why there was a no in between because I was like, why is it Nihongo no hon and not just Nihongo hon? That's why I found it really confusing.
Oh, right, because you're like, well, why is it not just Japanese book?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out why there was sometimes a no in between and sometimes not. And no one ever explained this like to me. I didn't even when I
Yeah.
looked through some textbooks and I'm like, maybe I just didn't maybe I somehow missed it. I couldn't find it in Genki book. I couldn't
No, I
find this
haven't come across it explicitly.
thank you. And I'm like, this is so important. Like, do they just expect me to know why there is a note in there without telling me? So I would
Yeah.
sometimes be like, do I put it in? Don't I? Like, I didn't use it for such a long time because I didn't know it was meant to be in there. And I was like,
Mm.
why are people using this? And I saw it as being the possession particle. So I was like,
Yeah.
Japanese owns this book?
That's what it's taught a lot, isn't it? It's the possession particle. Yeah.
Yes. So I
Hmm.
would be like, yes, it's in there because Japanese language owns this book. It's the book of the Japanese language. I like when I say this gave me such a headache. This
Yeah,
is a rule. However, there's numerous exceptions you'll have to learn
obviously.
as you go along. And this was the worst part because no one had ever told me, and I would just see things like Nihonjin for Japanese, not Nihon no Jin, and I would like.
Yeah, so that makes understandably.
So
Understandably.
you'll pick up exceptions by studying and consuming content. We cover a lot of
Mm,
kanji. Look at that double space. Of
mhm.
kanji and grammar in this course. So choosing a sustainable pace is always the best option. Me being like, don't go too fast, guys. Knowing this makes life easier because I used to translate this as Eigo no Jisho, Dictionary of English. But now I see it as English dictionary with a little no marking the noun describing a noun relationship. So I do not think of it in any way as dictionary of English. I literally just see English dictionary.
Mm,
And then we got this little particle in between that's like literally a grammar point that's just saying
mhm.
we have two nouns, place me in between.
Yeah, yeah. Because like that's how I hear it as well, like dictionary of English.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
really, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. But
yeah.
I don't read it like that in any way. I don't think it's meant to be read like that. I think it's just saying, hey, I've got two
Mm,
nouns, put me in between.
mhm,
Maybe
mhm.
I'm completely wrong and I've just like made that up in my head, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a little grammar point where you got
And
a
if it
noun.
works, it works.
Yeah. And you're gonna come across some things where you're like, Dictionary of English. That doesn't, I don't know, you're just gonna come across some that don't sound right thinking of it like
Yeah.
that, which is where I got really confused.
Mhm.
This sounds better to me. Dictionary of English just didn't flow well. Where is my Dictionary of English, guys?
I need to write a letter. Where is my dictionary of English?
Yes. I would like to buy a Dictionary of English.
You sound like such an arsehole, but
Okay, I've introduced this rule quite early as it's a point that sometimes gets missed. Good keep up with it.
Mhm.
It's probably in
You're
there
like
and I've just
jab,
missed it
jab
every
to
time.
everyone. You missed it.
I'm gonna get like a message from Genki Book being like,
Yeah.
why did you no, what's the word?
Defame us.
Yeah, defame
Yeah.
us. It is literally
Cease and
on the
desist.
first page. So don't worry too much if you don't understand how to use it. Hopefully it will lead to less confusion in the future when you just see this random no in between some words but
Mm,
not other words.
yeah.
A common problem a lot of my students have is as Japanese is the first language they've ever studied, they're not used to categorizing nouns, verbs, and parts of the sentence. If you're in this situation, hopefully you're basically good luck, is what I've written here.
Yeah.
If you're in this situation, good luck.
Good luck.
Hopefully you'll pick it up.
I mean, to be fair, the English system, language system, like at school was so bad.
Mhm,
Like the way we were taught, like I learned a bit of German and a bit of French,
mhm.
but you are not taught to learn it in this structure of like understanding what a noun is, understanding what a verb is. Like it's very loosey goosey with how they teach you it. And
I
I found it not
agree.
helpful.
Yeah, completely agree. I remember doing this in primary school, like this is a noun, this is a
Mhm.
verb. I don't remember doing it
Never
since.
again.
Mhm.
Ever again. You understand what a noun is, and then it's like, peace out, you figure it out.
One of the big things a lot of my students have is they've not learned another language before and they haven't thought about what a noun is since like
Primary
5
school.
years old or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, one more thing. Similar to an apostrophe S in English, we can say no to say it's John's without repeating the noun, for example. Have a go at reading that.
Wa sensei no desu ka?
Yep, perfect. Is it the teacher's book? Have a go at reading this.
Ie watashi no desu.
Cool. No,
No,
it's mine.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I was like, dang, did I get it wrong? No.
And have a go at reading this.
Nihongo no hon wa reira no desu ka?
Cool, perfect. Is the Japanese book Layla's? Please read.
Hai reira no desu.
Yep, yes, it's Layla's. So you don't need to repeat. You don't need to say Layla no hon des. You can
Yeah.
just say, yeah, it's Layla's.
Mhm. Yeah, similar, but like how we would talk, we wouldn't say, yeah, that's definitely. I don't know. Would it feel weird to say that every time, wouldn't it?
Exactly. Watashi no namae wa. My name is. Let's look at two different ways to say my name is. As a note, the second way is way easier. However, you need to know both, and I would actually say, you're gonna know both.
Yeah.
Okay, please read this top sentence.
Watashi no namae wa How would you say Louise in a
Louise.
Sorry?
Louise.
Louise des.
Yeah, Louise.
That's a
Literally,
hard one.
my name, Louise's. Because obviously.
Yeah. Watashi wa Louise desu.
Yeah, Louise desu. So, watashi wa Louise desu. Literally, I, Louise, am. So you have the option of saying, my name is Louise, or you have the option of saying,
I'm
I am
Louise.
Louise. Exactly the same as English. You can say, my name is, or you can just say, I am. People know what you're talking about. What I would say is practice this longer one. You're probably fine with either, but if you're new to it, practice the longer one because it gets you used to speaking.
Mm-hmm. In structured sentences.
Yeah, exactly. Reading practice. Have a go at reading this sentence here.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
Mhm.
Watashi no namae wa I'm guessing
Reina.
that's Louis. Oh, Reira?
Yeah, Reina.
Reira. Oh god, I really need to brush up my katakana. Des. Watashi wa Nihon no hiragana. Oh
Hirakata.
no, katana. Hirakata?
Yeah, it's just a place in Japan.
Oh right, nice. Okay. Hirakata.
Mhm.
Thank you. Daigaku no I can never say that one.
Gakusei.
Gakusei desu.
Cool. We could probably put a little note in between hirakata no daigaku no gakusei desu, but it's not in there for whatever reason when I wrote it. So it's just a place in Japan. It's near Osaka. There's some universities
Oh.
there. It's got a park that's kind of famous. But yeah.
Cute.
So, ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning. Watashi no namae wa Reira desu. My name is Leila. Watashi wa Nihon no hirakata. I would actually put a no in there. Hirakata no daigaku no gakusei desu. I am a student of Hirakata University. Japan's Hirakata University, in fact. Matching pairs.
I can do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Very quick. Everyone is called Ben because otherwise you can tell by the name which the answer is.
That makes sense. Okay, so do I have to match the green and the
Yeah, so you need to
orange?
match. Yeah, there's a REU or no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So go goes to U. Anata no ino no namae wa Ben. My dog's name is Ben, so that goes yon and a.
Mhm.
My name is Ben. To and, or I should say ni and e.
Mhm.
And what's the last one? Oh, one and e. I know, is that right? No, excuse me. His teacher's name is Ben Kare. So I'm looking for one. So it's Ichi and E. And the last two is left.
Cool. The last two, yes. Okay, I actually think that is all of that lesson.
Woohoo! Look
Cool.
at
This
us.
next lesson I actually think will be a bit harder because it's telling the
Yeah.
time and things.
Yeah, that would get hard. Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, is that this lesson?
What is your name?
No,
How
it's
old are you?
not.
Telling me to me.
We've done what it's.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah. Asking the question, what is your name?
Yeah,
Okay,
what
we
is
won't
your
do.
name?
We'll do that next time. But yeah, telling the time a lot of people find a bit more difficult, and we go into AM, PM, and all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
all of the fun stuff.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, and I will
Arigatou gozaimasu.
okay, I will see you next time.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.